Good morning and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Baltimore's 10 a.m. meditation. My name is Sue Monahan and I'm the practitioner for the day. Welcome. So wherever you are right now, get comfortable in this space and in your body. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. We do this to let go of the external activity around us and to turn our attention inward. This is a signal to our body and mind that helps us to transition to a moment of stillness. We can use our breath to help calm and ground in this moment. Really the only moment. The sacred breath. Breathe in deeply and pause. Then release and pause. As you breathe in, imagine the breath filling your whole body with light. A radiant, golden, white light. And then pause. Breathe out, allowing the light to enter within you. Breathe in light and pause. Breathe out and let a sense of light surround you. Breathe in light. Breathe out and feel that light as you. As every fiber of your being surrounding, encircling, enfolding you. Now sense the divine, the divinity within you, around and as you. You are the light, and you are amazing. Let's take this sense of light and divinity into our contemplation. Right where you are is divine, sacred space. Let's relax into this idea with our mind, our body, our emotions, and our heart. Just using our breath to go deeper within, to listen to the internal, eternal song that speaks the truth to us. I will affirm this for you, and you can repeat these affirmations. We will take some time with each affirmation. Continue repeating the affirmation. Notice if something comes up that denies your truth. Do this without judgment. There is no good or bad, just thoughts. Just noticing if something is keeping you from acceptance of these truths. Then choose to release any negativity or any denial. And you'll do this with your breath. You are beautiful. Repeat, I am beautiful. You are prosperous. I am prosperous. You are powerful. You are joy expressed. You are wisdom. You are peace. You are life. You are light. You are love. Now, as we repeat these again, just let them resonate within the divinity that is you. Remembering that you are immersed and surrounded by divine light. A divinity that accepts you fully and completely because it is you. It has called you forth. It has called your name. You and it are one. You are beautiful. I am beautiful. You are prosperous. You are powerful. You are joy expressed. You are wisdom. You are peace. You are life. You are light. You are love. Now, as we do this one more time, as the light itself, feel a sense of pure celebration. Really hear your voice, your external and your internal voice. Affirm the truth of your being. I am beautiful. I am prosperous. I am powerful. I am joy expressed. I am wisdom. I am peace. I am life. I am light. I am love. I am loved. I am lovable. Just breathing all this in as we come to the end of our meditation. I will close this out with a spiritual mind treatment. Knowing the truth and the power and understanding that there is one presence. I call it God. I call it spirit. I call it cosmic intelligence, divine energy flow, the force, whatever name I give it. It is the eternal song. We are one with this power. We are one with this source. We are one with the eternal song. And it is now our internal song. And we allow it to sing and to vibrate and to resonate within us. And whenever we forget, we are never separated from the divine. And we remember with our affirmations, we affirm the truth of our being, that we are love, that we are light, that we are light. We are prosperous. We are abundant. We are magnificent. All that the divine is, we are. And we bring this into our loving acceptance of ourselves right now. We remember the truth of our being and we celebrate that. And as we do this for ourselves, we do this for others. We hold them in this light and we let that resonate. You are beautiful. You are love. You are light. You are power. We are the magnificence and we surrender into this goodness and we just release it into the law, understanding and recognizing that the highest and the best is unfolding for us right here and right now. It is all good. It is all God. All is well. I give gratitude and thanks for this day and release this treatment in the law. knowing that it is done unto me as I believe. I believe it's good. And so it is. Amen. Ashe. Thank you.
Mm, mm, mm. Give me a clean heart so I may love me. Love, fix my heart so that I may love me well. I was born worthy of all these blessings. Give me a clean heart, and I will serve thee. Give me a clean heart, so I may love me. Love, clear my heart so that I may be seen thy we. I am so worthy of all these blessings. Give me a clean heart, and I will follow thee. Will follow thee. Follow thee. Follow thee. Ooh.
Good morning, and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore's Sunday service. My name is Dana Cole. I'm the board president of the Board of Trustees for Center for Spiritual Living, and I am very grateful that you are here. Welcome and namaste. Every Sunday is an invite a friend or family member Sunday. So you have plenty of time to bring somebody aboard by sharing the link in your Facebook or your YouTube. Our speaker today is Reverend Kathleen Sibley, and our musician today is Sanahara Amachandra, serving as today's practitioner who led the pre-service meditation is Sue Monahan. Thank you all for your service. We will begin our service with an opening prayer by Sue Monahan.
Good morning. Let's just breathe into the sweetness that is this life, this one life, and know that there is only one, that it is God, that it is spirit, that it is divine energy unfolding through each and every one of us. We are the delight of the divine. We are the way that spirit expresses in this form, in, as, and through us, because it is us. So I'm grateful to come together today for this celebration, for the Center for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore. I'm so grateful for this talk, for our musician, for our host and producers. I'm grateful to be the practitioner on duty today. I'm grateful to know and recognize and understand that our life is unfolding in, as, and through us for our highest and best good, that we release and surrender into this goodness, knowing that God is all there is. It is amazing. We are amazing. I release this treatment into the law. It is done, and so it is.
So it is. Honoring the world's religion. One tree, many branches. One mountain, many paths. One world, many religions and spiritual traditions. With the lightings of these candles on the first Sunday of each month, we honor each person on their select path, and we bless them and recognize the light, the love, and the life affirming nature of spirit as it shows itself in each path, in each practice, and in each person. Next, I'll be sharing some news and events. We are sharing that a celebration of life for Derek Conti Neal will be on Saturday, January 28th at the March Life Tribute Center at 5616 Old Court Road in Randallstown, Maryland. The family greeting time is at 10:30 and the memorial service starts at 11. We hold our dear brother Derek in our hearts. We have opportunities for us to connect through the Thursday night study group, where we'll have a chance to have a conversation about what Reverend Kathleen shares with us today. And you can also become a member of CSL Greater Baltimore by taking the Discovery class. You can visit cslgreaterbaltimore.com and learn how to participate. We're also seeking volunteers to serve in a variety of ways: grant writing, helping us locate the next right physical location, our hospitality team for our hybrid and soon to be hybrid, I'm calling it, and our video hosting and production team. We need help on our fundraising and also with coordinating events. So if you're interested in joining CSL Greater Baltimore and contributing to making this our beloved community even stronger, you can call me, you can call Robin, any one of us that are on the Board of Trustees, and you can also check out our website at cslgreaterbaltimore.com/events to see how you can participate. Oh, our board meeting is today after Sunday service, directly after the Sunday service. So please join us on the Zoom. And again, you can find the link at cslgreaterbaltimore.com. Now, the reason I selected this photo even though it came out a little funky, is that some may notice that this is Via Rosa, which is on Martha's Vineyard, and it's where Martin Luther King and his fellow brethren and sistren met and plotted and planned for our spiritual liberation, for our civil rights. And I figured, this kind of gives us the feeling of what we want to evoke in our board meeting. So please join us as we envision what's new and available for CSL Greater Baltimore, where our next steps are meeting us. And so, prayer, as you all know, works. And I'll say it again just to really affirm it. Prayer works. We as a community continue to treat and move our feet, knowing the truth for everyone around the planet. So if you would like someone to pray with you, you can send an email to info at cslgreaterbaltimore.org. You can join us today after service in our Zoom room, and you can find the link to the Zoom room on our website. Next, we'll have a musical selection from Sanahara Amachandra. Sanahara Amachandra is a UC Reiki master, a sound healer, a holistic nurse, and she has a lifelong relationship with sound. Visit her website, sanaharaenergetics.com, where you can find a variety of quantum energy healing and holistic registered nurse care plans. Please subscribe to her YouTube channel and just search Amachandra, or join her on her Sacred Temple community at Patreon/The Risen Heart. I give you Sanahara Amachandra.
I see you in a cloudy space, distant, lonely, silent place. You don't see, no, you don't know. You're like the sun in space, your glowing radiant face. I need you to know that love is wherever you are. Love is wherever you are. The sun, the moon, and the stars, those near, distant, far. No, love is where you are. Send closer to that starting space where you first fell down from grace. See your heart broken and cold. Your pain, you'll use that to grow. Through knowledge, wisdom will show. Your strength, you'll know. 'Cause love is wherever you are. Love is wherever you are. The sun, the moon, and the stars, those near and distant far. No, love is where you are. Live with the light of a child. Share your voice strong and proud. You are here. All those lies told from pain. Shed the fear with the rain. You are here. And love is wherever you are. Love is wherever you are. The sun, the moon, and the stars, those near and distant far. No, love is where you are. Life begins at the beginning. Children don't know how to feel. Love is so freely given. It's your life you must live. And if you open your heart and know that you are worthy, love will bless you to infinity, to infinity. So go on and shine your light, 'cause love is wherever you are. Love is wherever you are. The sun, the moon, and the stars, those near and distant far. No, love is where you are. Ashe.
Next, we'll have Sue Monahan lead us in a spiritual practice. Sue has been part of this teaching since 2004. She's been a practitioner since 2013. Sue believes that we are the point of power in our lives and that our essence is spiritual, and it is good. It is her desire to let Spirit reveal this wonderful truth through her. Sue is committed to CSL's vision that we are demonstrating a world that works for all, one life affirming thought, word, feeling, deed, and one human interaction at a time. We all make a difference in other people's lives. May our light shine for all to see. I give you Sue Monahan.
Thank you, Dana. Today's affirmation is, today my life harmonizes with the song of the One. Let's take a moment to use our breath to center and ground us in this sacred, holy moment. Breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause. We recognize that the song of the One is an eternal song, is an internal song, as it was in the beginning, and we were there. So for a few moments, let's breathe in divine breath, recognizing that each breath is a reminder and a gift of life. Breathe in peace. Breathe in life. Breathe in beauty. Breathe in joy. Breathe in power. Breathe in light. Breathe in wisdom. Breathe in prosperity. Breathe in abundance. Breathe in wellness and health. Breathe in love. So this is what I know. I know that all of these qualities are the qualities of the divine, and therefore they are the qualities of each and every one of us. I speak this affirmative prayer for all that are here today or listen to this later. I let it resonate and go out into the collective consciousness, knowing that the power and the presence of the divine creative source, creative potential, God, spirit, all that life is, that we are intimately connected with it, that we are always connected with it, even when we forget who we are or forget who someone else is. It's God. We are living, moving, speaking, being gods, goddesses, godness, goodness. It is what we are. So we consciously connect to this as an expression of joy, delight, life, love, beauty, peace, recognizing that this is who and what we are. It is our divine inheritance, and it is good, and we are worthy to receive it. We are here on purpose. We are the ones that we have been looking for. So we just speak this in gratitude, saying thank you. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this life, Spirit. Thank you for this time. Thank you for this community. Thank you for the Center for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore. Just so much thanks overflowing. So in gratitude, just releasing this meditation, just taking in these words and this time together to share, to recognize and celebrate our divinity and the divinity within each other. It is so good. I'm so grateful. And so it is.
Thank you, Sue. That was really, really moving prayer. Next, Reverend Kathleen Sibley will be the next voice that you hear. She is our interim minister and comes to us after more than a decade at CSL Prescott in Arizona. She coaches and supports other CSL ministers in her role at a home office, and she serves her corporate and individual clients through her nonprofit organization, Mindful Gap Focus Ministry. I give you Reverend Kathleen.
Thank you so much, Dana. I am so excited to be here again 2 weeks in a row, and y'all came back, which is great. I am just in the energy of Sue's prayer. I am so stuck in that energy and loving it. One of the things that I have learned is that when somebody's voice shakes just a little bit at the end, they're feeling that prayer. They are feeling it. And so I want to talk today a little bit about the power of song and how it is that you have been singing your life into being this whole time. So I was raised Catholic, and one of the things I was taught by my mother and by the nuns was that when you sing, you have prayed 3 times. Now, if you think about it, have you ever had an earworm? It's those songs that kind of get in there, and I don't know about you, but my big sister taught me to sing the Flintstone song to get rid of them, but now I'm stuck with the Flintstone song. Earworms are those ones that no matter what you do, you cannot get the song out of your head. So I want you to think about the fact that you've had an earworm going on this whole time. And maybe it's sung in a parent's voice, the voice of authority, the voice of corporate America. It might be sung in the voice of all the magazines that you see, or the ads that you see on a daily basis that tell you you're not enough and you need this product. These songs are being sung at us all the time. Now, we used to talk about these as tapes, but half the people listening to this will not remember tapes. Tapes are like really early CDs or MP4s. So what I want you to think about is, what is the song you're singing into the world? What is the song? If you could have Amma follow you around and just sing that song about give me a clean heart, if you could have that song playing in the back of your head all day, every day, how would it affect your life? As opposed to something like We Will Rock You or Love Stinks, or I don't really listen to much modern popular music anymore, but you know, some of us have songs where the lyrics were written by Stephen King. And so it's a little scary, yes? I mean, if he's doing his job right anyway. So I want you to hear the song you've been singing to yourself. And one of the things I would ask of you is that you listen to this and remind yourself there's no blame and no shame going on here. This is the song you grew up listening to that has been given to you. And so you're responsible for the song, but we don't play the blame game. I mean, we do, but we're going to try really hard not to play the blame game. This is that horrible thing that sometimes happens in New Thought congregations where, it's never happened here, right? You've never done this and you've never heard this, but I have heard of places where if someone gets, say, a terminal disease, the big question that comes up is, well, what was in your consciousness? What were you thinking that created this horrible disease? What is it you chose not to heal? Please, for the love of God, don't ever hear what I say that way. I might say, look, you're already in pain. Let's figure out if there's anything good we can pull out of this before we make it go away. That's my version of it. Is there any benefit to having had this experience? Let's just check one time before we toss the whole experience. That particular song is off key and it doesn't work for you, which is why we're going to go on to something else. So there are some people who can paint word pictures that are as powerful as a song. I don't know if any of you have listened to slam poetry on YouTube or whatever. The rhythm of it and the word picture that gets painted, it's like a song. That's the power of poetry. So if you're not a singer, you don't want to sing, you don't listen to music, try poetry. One of the great word picture painters of this, well, actually last century, was Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. Now, when he talked about I have a dream, he didn't just stop there and say, yes, and the projections, and here's my PowerPoint presentation full of charts. That's not what he did. What he did was he painted a picture that pulled in the emotion, where our children can play together. Who doesn't hear the giggles of children or picture a playground with lots of kids running around? Who doesn't go to the emotional feeling that we all get that many of us get when we watch children playing and having a good time and just being good kids that are happy in the moment? Children get into the moment. And that's the song of a child's giggle is one of the best affirmations I've ever heard. So think about, if you could have Martin Luther King talking in your ear all day, every day, and that becomes your part of the divine song. Because the thing is, what we sing over and over again, that's an affirmation. These affirmations that were used in the pre-service meditation and in part during the in-service meditation, those are affirmations. Those are things that we can get caught in our head. Those are the best of earworms. And even if it feels a little meh at the beginning, if you keep saying it, if you keep telling that particular truth and that particular story, then that becomes what you will see in the world. Now, there's a couple parts to that where, first of all, you look for confirmation bias, which is where I hold this truth to be evident. And so when I look out into the world, I see it everywhere. Pink Priuses are a wonderful thing. And so when I go out into the world, all I see is pink Priuses. It might take a while where at first, all I see are Priuses. I don't actually have a pink Prius, nor do I want one. So thank you forever who was going online to find me one. So what we need to do as we explore this thing called spiritual mind treatment this month, as we get back to our roots and use the technology that we have been given called prayer, one of the things that's really important to do, once you've said, I know that God is, and this is how I experience God right now, and I am one with that. I am part of this infinite good. The next thing to do is describe the world that the divine inhabits. And what I would suggest is you find a theme song. Find your song that describes the world you want to live in, even if it doesn't exactly look like the world you live in right now. Especially if it doesn't exactly mirror the world you live in right now. So what I'm talking about is what Ernest Holmes called the mental equivalent. A mental equivalent is the word picture or the song, the theme song, that represents whatever it is you think you need to create in your life. It already exists. If God is all there is and God is infinite, then that infinite being already contains the thing you think you lack. And so I ask you to pull that into you and recognize, at least mentally at first, that if you can think about it, if it exists in your mind, then it exists in the mind of God. Therefore, it exists in the universe. Therefore, it's available to you. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes we have to really stop and replay these longer sentences and concepts. So for instance, when I was in ministerial school, I was taught that there were going to be days where I simply didn't have enough, or the belief might be I didn't have enough time to get everything done. And so one of my wonderful teachers taught me to stretch time. Yesterday, I had a lovely lunch with the board and I left late. Because as it turns out, it wasn't a 20-minute drive, it was a 30-minute drive. And so I began doing my work and feeling into knowing that I have the power to stretch time and get there in such a time that I am happy with not feeling late. I felt on time. I felt respectful of other people's time. Now, as it turned out, the clock and the little man in my phone said that I was going to be 10 minutes late. I was 3 minutes late. And I was walked in with the very first person there. So I know sometimes this stuff sounds woo-woo and crazy, but it's true. We don't have segregated playgrounds anymore. Dr. King was exactly right in his vision that this is a possibility, even though the people around him might have been saying there's no way that can happen. He had a different vision. We now have a new mental equivalent of what a playground looks like. It's got children of all colors and abilities on there. And what we know, because this is our technology, is that when we choose to move to the next mental equivalent, when we choose to broaden our horizons and get a whole new song, it depends on the emotion involved. So, excuse me. Step 1 is God is. Step 2 is I am one with that thing that I say God is. Step 3 is this is the world God lives in. And rather than just painting a word picture with, charts and everything, what I'm going to ask you to do is sing it into being. As if you already live there. What would it look like? What would it feel like? What's the world you would be moving around in if you already had all the joy? If you already were living all of the life and the good and the power and the peace and all of those affirmations that Sue talked about at the beginning in the pre-service meditation. What if you actually lived in that world? What would it feel like? What does peace feel like? Can you expand that? Ernest Holmes, in this thing called life, said that the highest consciousness is not one of possession, but of being. So don't possess peace, be peace. What if, so the one that's really easy is, if I was to say that I am calling in prosperity, I am singing a song called I Want to Be Rich. You know, the next line of that song is full of love, peace, and happiness. To be truly rich, as opposed to just having money. I've dealt with some people who had money. They weren't all happy. Some of them were. But if I say that, okay, if I want to be truly prosperous, that means I have dear friends with whom I have intimate emotional relationships, with whom I can go out and play, with whom I can work on projects, who share my values. If that piece isn't there, I'm not truly prospered. And so I feel into the loving feeling of giggling with a friend late at night. I feel into having in-jokes. I feel into, okay, I come home and my house is beautiful and clean and happy and peaceful. There's no yelling. There might be music. I can hear a child giggling next door, but that's really all I ever hear. That too, to me, is prosperity. And so if I'm going to have a new song about prosperity, that which we would normally call a mental equivalent, it's time to broaden our horizons, broaden our definitions of what that good is that we say we want. Ernest Holmes said over and over again, the universe can only bring to you what it can bring through you. So you have to we have to embody whatever the idea is, whether it's prosperity or love or peace. We have to embody that and then grow it, push on those perceived limitations from the inside, and make that mental equivalent bigger. Turn up the volume on that song, as it were. Now, he used to say that you can go to the ocean of consciousness, to the ocean of good, with a thimble or with a bucket. If you just bring a thimble, a teeny tiny little thing, that's how much you can scoop out and bring with you. That's how much good you're willing to accept. If you go with a great big bucket, you scoop it out and you can have that much more. It's umpteen times more than what your little thimble would have carried. One day it occurred to me that the thing I'm going to bring is my bathing suit, and I'm going to dive in and feel the ocean of consciousness, all of that light energy in my pores, and it's going to soak my hair, and it's going to ruin my makeup, and I'm going to be so happy about it. There is no end to the good that we can live. For me, prosperity means I have enough to share and to spare. So enough time, enough money, enough energy, enough joy to do all of these things, to say, make time to go connect with my spiritual community by doing volunteer work. Have so much money that it can't just sit there, otherwise money's no good if it's just sitting in an account somewhere and never going to be used. I may as well take the overflow and share it with my community. Find a project, find people who are doing the work that I think makes the world a better place, and put my money there. And here's the best part. In my mind, this is the best part. When we are harmonizing with the one song, if my soul and my heart and my life is harmonizing with the universal song, if my internal song is part of that greater song, I cannot lose the one note that I am. I must remain fully me in order to sing my one note into the symphony. The harmony is multiple notes. And if people aren't focused on their own note and singing their note exactly as it should be sung, as they feel it, you're out of harmony, and you don't create a chord. You don't create, there is no harmony without multiple notes. So as Dr. King never said, I see a world in which everybody's the same color. He said, I see all of that beautiful diversity playing together being exactly who they are without having to give up who they are. So your idea of your song, your note within the universal song, it's perfect. It can be deeper, it can be bigger, it can be louder. You're allowed to pump up the volume on this. And sometimes we have to work our way into this. Sometimes the idea that, you know, I have so much money that I don't just give 10% away, I give 50% away, because and still have plenty to live on and take care of myself and my family and go play. I might have to work up to that level of prosperity thinking. Reverend Dr. Ken Gordon, who recently retired and used to be the spiritual leader of this organization, used to say, if you believe that I believe this for you, borrow my belief. Borrow my belief, because this is what I know. And this is what Dr. King knew. We have it within us to be the beloved community, to create heaven on earth, to have a 24-hour spiritual center that serves the physical, emotional, and spiritual needs of Greater Baltimore. Now, there used to be a thing about God will never give you more than you can handle, talking about challenges. First of all, that's the old God. That's the God that's somewhere outside of you that might say yes and might say no. If you are part of the one life and part of the one song, then the other part of the song might be being sung by someone else. Might be easier if you stand next to the person who's singing the way you want to sing and learn the song that way. Whether you borrow from my belief, Dr. Ken's belief, Dr. King's belief, or you pick up the phone and you call a practitioner. This is what they do. They will know for you until you can know for yourself. They will hold that note as long as you need it until you can find and pair yourself with it. And what we do as practitioners is pray. So let's do that now. Because in this moment, as I sing all of the beautiful songs of New Thought, all of the affirmations that have been shared here today, as I call into myself that pure heart, not just mind, but pure heart, where I go in order to feel the truth. In this moment, I feel the capital T truth, which is the divine, which is God. If you don't like the word God, add an O. There's plenty of them in the universe. And now you have the good. And in this moment, what I absolutely know for myself and for all of this community, for everybody within reach of my voice across time and space, is that the infinite good is already living and singing within each and every one of us. That internal song that wants to be sung is the voice of God itself. And we have our own note that goes into the divine symphony, and that note is perfect and pure. It is the song of the ages. It is beautiful. It is good. It sings a song of joy and affirmation. It sings a song of prosperity and peace and a world that works for everyone. And it sings it loud and long, and it will never stop. And so I bless that song. I know it's already being sung by the voice of God, by the voice within my own heart, by the voice within everybody's heart. And so in this moment, I choose to let go of the old earworms by replacing it with a better song. And I know in this moment that lives are being changed simply because we choose to sing our own note exactly as we hear it. We choose in this moment, we come together in one accord and one chord, one divine chord, which is a song of love, a song of power, and a song of peace. It is the Spirit singing us that creates this beautiful world. And it is the power of the divine, the power that is burning stars right now, that is moving it into form. And so I just take my hands off it. I let God do God. And I let God do good. And so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Kathleen, for such a beautiful message. And, she asks us, what is your theme song? So with that, I am so happy to share with us again, Sanahara Amachandra.
So excited to share this song as a fuel to support you in a theme song. It's called Let the Light. Let the light walk in peace, heal the people that you meet. Let the light walk with love, heal the people, heal the world. Let the light walk in peace, heal the people that you meet. Let the light walk with love, heal the people, heal the world. You are my brother, you're my brother, yes you are. You are my brother, you're my brother, yes you are. You are my sister, you're my sister, yes you are. You are my sister, you're my sister, yes you are. Let the light walk in peace, tell the people that you meet. Let the light walk with love, tell the people, tell the world. Come on and let the light walk in peace, tell the people that you meet. Let the light walk with love, tell the people, tell the world. When you heal the people, you heal the world. Come on, let's heal the people. Let's heal the world. Ashe.
Ashe. Ashe. And there.
Here we are.
Yes,
So
thank you.
this is the time in our service when we get to think about our greater vision for Greater Baltimore. And that includes the 24-hour spiritual facility that serves as a community hub. It offers people a wide array of services so each person awakens to their spiritual magnificence. It's hard to be spiritual when you're hangry. So we at Greater Baltimore really want to create a world that works for all, including serving the physical, emotional, and spiritual needs on a 24-hour basis. And for that, we are calling into being a physical facility. So what we do in support of that, in part, is doing some spiritual investing. And we choose to do that consciously. So there are many, many ways you can take your overflow and share it with CSL Greater Baltimore. And what you want to do is either use your PayPal, Givelify, text message it, send it through the mail as a check. It's up to you. But there are lots of ways to do it. You can simply go to the website, which is at the bottom of the screen, at CSLGreaterBaltimore.com/give. And what I'm going to ask you to do is, as you give, think about that you are not just supporting a physical place, but a consciousness within the world, a consciousness of the new song. And what a beautiful thing that is to do. So sing to your money as you send it out into the world to do good. If there is a specific thing you want this directed toward, a program within Greater Baltimore, or CSL Greater Baltimore, then you can simply put that in the note file, put it in the memo file. If you don't know how to do that, give Sue Monahan a call, and she will explain how. You can find her information on the web, and at Greater Baltimore, it's really easy to get in touch with her. So you have all of these wonderful different ways to give. What we give consciously and from a place of joy. So just take a moment and feel into all the prosperity in your life. What's good in your life right now? What are the friends that make you laugh and with whom you can ugly cry? What are the good things about your home? Where is the beauty in your world? And hold that in your heart as we say together, I joyfully, consciously, and gratefully participate in the law of circulation. I trust in a spiritual principle that says, as I sow into my beloved community, I demonstrate my awareness of standing not only in the flow, but as the flow of itself. As I sow of myself, my time, my treasure, my talent, I demonstrate my support and engagement in my community's vision, mission, and purpose. I actively give as a demonstration of manifesting, of reaping the harvest of a world that works for all.
Thank you, Reverend Kathleen. And I just want to share with you all today that we thank you. We at CSL Greater Baltimore, thank you for joining us today. You are awesome because you are made of God. So, if you want to join us for our board meeting today, join us in our Zoom room right after service. If you are looking for prayer, you can join us in the Zoom room and write prayer in the chat. And if you're joining us for both, you can write both in the chat, and we'll make sure that you're all prayed up for the week and that you get to share and experience what CSL Greater Baltimore is cooking up. And next, we'll have our closing prayer.
And so in this moment of light, in this moment of perfect joy, in this moment of God's full presence in this time and space, no matter where or when someone is hearing my voice, I sing the body electric. I celebrate the me yet to come. I sing in my heart the song about being seen and being loved and being aware of the good that I am in the universe as I allow Spirit to use me, as I allow this beautiful healed heart that is the heart of God to go out into the world as me and as everybody within the reach of my voice. I celebrate the good that has been for this past hour and a half. I celebrate and sing praises to the good that is this community and all of the beautiful people that are now in the community already and calling in all of the other people that with whom we vibe, who are in step with the beat of our drum. I know that there is good in the world and we ought to have it. We ought to be it. We ought to share it. And what a blessing it has been to do that for the past hour and a half. I call it all good and very good, and so it is.